Another year has come to the end, and once again, I did not break even opening Magic cards on the internet. But how much did I lose this year? Well, it's more than last year, so let's break down where I spent it all. But first, don't forget I'm doing a giveaway for a Play Booster box of any of the 3 most recent sets on January 27th. There's some instructions on how to enter in the description of this video. The winner will get to choose which set they want a box from, options being Bloomburrow, Dustborn, or Foundations. So get subscribed and enter. Let's recap our 2023 so we can compare it to 2024. When I got kicked off into ripping packs to lose money, I started in the mega hype of chasing the 1 of 1 ring card. Ultimately, I believe that half the money I spent on Magic last year was on Lord of the Rings boxes. I didn't even buy any special edition boxes, it was all over the summer. I spent a total last year of $24,927.50 on all my cards, supplies, and equipment that I bought for streaming. I also did a grand total of $6,451.46 in sales. That ended up in a loss of the year of almost $18,500. So yeah, we spent big chasing that ring and didn't even come close to getting it back. But how did that stack up to this year? Let's go into sales since I spent a whole year selling cards this year, and in 2023 I only spent around 7 months on this. I sold $6,535.38 worth of cards in 2024, a whole $100 more than 2023 almost. That makes the burning question, how much should I spend on cards in 2024 if I didn't sell much more? Well, here's the totals. I spent $30,428 on cards, supplies, and equipment this year. Holy cow. Hard to believe I lost $5,500 more this year than last year. My total loss for this year is going to be right under $24,000. Now the breakdown on my spend this year is significantly different, mostly driven by my focus on playing Lorcana competitively and Magic for memes. I spent almost equally between the two this year, and about the same amount that I spent on just Magic last year. I'm expecting my Magic spend will go up in 2025 though, when we bet the farm pulling for a serialized Squall card in the Final Fantasy set. I also spent a good amount more on infrastructure this year. I upgraded almost all of my stream furniture, shelled out for the Elgato prompter, which I think has been fantastic for me, even though I still pretty much look like I'm reading directly off it. I'm reading directly off it right now. I added a second Canon camera to achieve that perfect top-down view, but couldn't hit it, so we're probably going to spend again to see if it's a lens issue or something else. Surprisingly though, my biggest spend in the infrastructure category was on binders. I bought so many of these Ultra Pro 480 card binders. These guys right here to lay things out as a play set. It takes 2 per Lorcana set, 3 per Magic set, and it got out of hand. I haven't even sleeved up Dustborn and Foundations because it's too daunting. I'll have to make a hard decision soon if I want to keep it up or swap up to boxes with 6 standard sets per year arriving for Magic. This year I also played a ton of in-person tournaments and met a ton of new people. I spent $3,256 playing in person in 2024. My current schedule was a couple of Lorcana constructed events per week and a Magic draft. Then I played as many store championships for Magic as it took to get a top 8 promo and a bunch of set championships for Lorcana. I think I'm just a sucker for promos. That money is probably the best spent though for business reasons. Spending time actually playing the game and talking about it with people at a bunch of different stores really helps me focus on what I want to talk about in my videos. Whether it's just another news video or when I really want to get down and make a troll video against all the views I've heard in person for fun. So now my big question is, how do I keep doing this if I'm just bleeding all this money? I am indeed losing a good amount of money now, but I'm also continuing to buy and hold some sealed boxes. I constantly have some new Pokemon and Lorcana stuff here behind me, and I actually do have a good amount of Magic, but I'm a pure evil scalper and it's mostly secret layers, so it doesn't look great on a shelf. Looks great on my list of stuff that I'm holding though. And that's where I eventually plan to turn this around. I'm not holding millions in sealed product, but I do have almost 15,000 worth. I have all these graded Lorcana cards as well. There's also 13 I have out at PSA right now that should be back before the next set launches in March. And appreciation on those is hopefully going to balance me out soon. I'm also holding all of my Lorcana cards still. I don't sell any of them, and I've also bought a bunch of first chapter singles to hold on to. I have at least a full playset of every card in sets 1 through 6, and just about anything playable I have a double playset, so I can actually use them and construct it as needed. I'm also a mega hater, so I would buy every Maui Hero to All and Be Prepared cards I saw in shops so people couldn't build Ruby decks easily. I don't know how much that's all worth, but I'm probably doing pretty well overall on Lorcana cards. I bet if I had to liquidate, I'd probably only be down about $10,000 at this point, which is still an absolute ton, but we're expecting these cards to all appreciate with time, so money lost now and sold for profits later. And that's the whole plan. I spent a little more this year, but also added a lot more to my collection. Eventually, I hope the sealed product is going to take over my sales line and help us break even. I also don't make any money off YouTube. My channel isn't big enough to get ad revenue, and I don't have any sponsors. We're just doing this live because I enjoy the hobby. But I also do hope it works out in my favor someday. It's a lot of fun to put these videos together and then pick them apart to see why they did or did not do well. Lastly, do not do what I'm doing if you don't have the cash to do it with. Probably one of the most dangerous situations you can get into is leveraging yourself on trading cards with a credit card, or even if you get a business loan. If you're looking to invest for something serious like your retirement, find a fiduciary to represent you and cover the options. Thanks for sticking around this far, everyone. I'll see you next time. Take care.